Or the top 20, pardon me, in both polls. Florida State 10th in the AP, and USC off to a 3-0 start, ranked 18th in the Associated Press with a victory 40-20 last week against Oregon State.
Played very well against Oregon.
This time takes the exchange easily, gives it to Chad Morton. He jitters his way out to the 20-yard line and finally forced out at the 28. First down and 18, Van Raaphorst. Pressure from Stevens, throws it up for grabs. Intercepted by Florida State's Dexter Jackson. Nearly thrown right into the hands of Dexter Jackson. And he is back deep inside.
Van Raaphorst gets pushed out. Soward breaks it off or slows down a little bit. And it's simply an overflow. Not something Paul Hagan and his staff will be terribly upset about. Pounds, he can make a few people miss.
Wanky now, short drop. Warwick is open, makes a great move. Warwick now cutting back at the 45, inside the 40, through the middle of the football field, and finally hauled down by Ken Haslip. Deep inside, 37-yard field goal to try to get the first points of the afternoon by either team. Outzen handles the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is good. A 37-yard field goal for Sebastian from the 44-yard line. The reverse. R.J. Soward at the 50 into Florida State territory and forced out at the 36. Out of the hole to Bastianelli. The kick is up and it is good. So a career-long field goal of 49 yards for a fired. Minor again. Travis gets a block on the right side, breaks a tackle near the first down yardage. Patient again with Glenn the up back. The reverse to Peter Warwick. Wanky's going to block for him. Warwick's got another leader. Moves ahead to the 50 and forced out of in motion to the near side. Play action. Wanky fires it up. Timing pattern. And the catch is made on the far side of the football field in front. I-formation setup. The pitch to Minor around the outside. And he may not have got it. Chris Claiborne with a good open.
6'3", 250 pounds, and they've held.
Big 5% of his passes thus far. Pitches it to Chaney. Chaney through a tackle and another, and up near the first down marker. One of 120 All-Americans in their history. Looking towards Warwick. End zone. He was just bothered completely by Antoine Simmons. And the pitch to Chaney. Chaney with the lead blocker. Tucks it in. Touchdown Seminoles! What a good lead block on the play that anchors.
Look at it. Toss deep in the backfield. Chaney falls behind. Great block upfield by Lamar Glenn. 7 yards out. In he goes. Chaney with his third rushing touchdown of the year. Watch number 31, Lamar Glenn, out of the fullback position. Good downfield block by the pulling lineman, and then Glenn with a great block downfield that allows Chaney to go back inside.
So a 3rd and 7 now. Wanky looking downfield, man wide open. Warwick first down. Antoine Wanky looking, has Warwick wide open. He scoots away from a tackler. Still on his feet and all the way down to the 5-yard line. Claiborne had to... Lots of time. Looking end zone. Warwick, touchdown, Florida State!
.95 yards total. Winky waits and waits and waits. Warwick is running a short corner. He actually runs the quick slant and then breaks it all the way back out to the outside. A quick corner. Look, inside release, push, push, push. Back outside, get separation. Great delivery by Winky. Nice fingertip catch by
USC offense. They've got the young freshman in at quarterback for his second series, and a big run broken.
That'll help.
Moving down the field at the 30-yard line, down to the 20, and finally hauled down. Frank Strong, a freshman tailback out of Stockton, California, tackled by Reggie Durden. Oh my goodness!
Florida State with all of their twos in on defense. 73-yard pickup by Strong. Only 30 yards on 6 carries coming into the ballgame today. Just runs right by everybody. lot of unfamiliar numbers in there for Florida State, and Reggie Durden, #1, comes from all the way across the field to save the touchdown, but not before.
USC knocking on the door. Chad Morton off the pitch, cuts it back, has a blocker, looking towards the end zone. Touchdown USC. That did not take long at all. And the Trojans score their first touchdown of the day.
Just like his counterpart, Carson Palmer, getting a little block in there like we've seen Chris Winkie do. Morton cuts back inside Dexter Carter and scores from 7 yards.
From 7 out for the touchdown.
Play designed to go to the offensive left. Nothing there. Morton comes all the way back across. Morton gets a little bit of Palmer rather.
2nd and 11. Pressure. Football on the turf. And Florida State has it. The Seminoles have recovered. Demetro Stevens picks up the loose ball, knocked out of the hands of Carson Palmer. Another turnover forced by the Seminoles.
Good pressure from the bottom of the screen. David Warren on an outside rush, gets through there and just stalks the ball out before Palmer is able to get it away. Stevens right there to recover it. Stevens with a caused fumble 2 weeks ago, now gets his first fumble recovery. Watch that left hand just get out there and grab the ball.
This one should be a chip shot for Janikowski. His kick is up, and it is good. Florida State leads again by 13 yards, by 13 points. The attempt a moment ago by Sebastian Janikowski is good from 20. We're standing here. Winkie, this time good protection, steps up in the pocket. Now looking downfield and completes it to Peter Warwick. Right in front of Dick. Winkie looking end zone, looking for Dugans, has him. Touchdown, Florida State! What a nifty move by Ron Dugans to beat Antoine Simmons. A 34-yard touchdown. As they have been today, you would have been a bit worried about a 13-point lead. But worry no longer. Winkie connects.
Watch the nice move here by Dugans to get a little bit of separation and then just back into the end zone. Outfights Simmons for the ball. Simmons at 5'11", Dugans, as we've mentioned, at 6'3". Good footwork by Winkie. Nice delivery, underthrown slightly, intentionally. Offensive side of the ball. Fumble.
On the ground, who has it? Could it be a 5th turnover? Jerry Johnson in the Noles defense picks it up. Brian Allen, number 55, in on the play. He recovers the fumble, and USC has turned it over 5 times, and number 55 picks that one up.
Allen greeted there by assistant head coach Chuck Amato. Nothing fancy here, just misses the exchange. Good collision in the backfield. The ball's underneath a few.
23 yards in the air and under 200 yards of total offense as Florida State has defeated the Trojans of USC by a final score of 30-10.
Got to be very impressed with Florida State's effort, particularly on the defensive side of the ball. Chris Winkie continuing to improve, not making mistakes. Florida State the beneficiary of 5 USC turnovers, and kicking game, offense and defense, you've got to give Florida State a good grade.
Now in the 90s now against ranked teams, the Seminoles 30-10-1, and the Doak dominance continues. 36 games unbeaten here at home. We're back with more in a moment.